Hi friends, MD Vegan. Berries, berries, berries. That's my favorite food. Yeah. Fruit in the first place and berries in special. I have strawberries here and blackberries. And somehow they smiled at me a lot and I wanted to use them in a recipe. Here I have a cup of blackberries and I have 2 or even more, 2.5 cups of strawberries. I have already prepared them a little bit. I wash them, cleanse them, cut them into small pieces. The blackberries I will not touch. Cut them, no. That is, they are nice. Like as is. I put them on top of my dessert. I decided I will make it very easy because the berries they are, well, you don't need that much to make it even better. They are just by itself. Yeah, the berries are just fantastic food. They are the healthiest of fruit in general, I like them. And the colors are so beautiful. As doctors also say, eat your colors. So it's the best fruit is the best food because they are so easy digestible. So perfect for breakfast. Yeah, because the sugar in the fruit is that what is directly burned in our cells for fuel. All the other ingredients, all other nutrients have to be broken down into glucose, fat and protein, the big nutrients. Yeah, all has to be broken down into glucose, into sugar, and that then is burned in the cells. And in the fruit there is already glucose. There's nothing to be broken down. So very easy to digest. Later in the day I eat greens and heavier things and so. But in breakfast I like fruits, and I also put cereals in there or nuts, of course, but in a smaller amount. Today I have cashews. I want to make an easy cashew cream. And recently I was in the garden and neighbors were there, the kids, and we began talking, and of course vegan came up, of course. And they said, oh yeah, we don't eat meat, and so on and so on. And I talked about my book, yeah, and they asked, oh, you're a chef, and so, yeah, you have an easy recipe to go vegan? I said, yeah, it's you need an apple. And they laughed, yeah, of course. But you know, what they didn't know was, if you made a cashew cream, you can put the cashew creams on nuts or on fruit, and they have a wonderful breakfast. And there's cashew cream, is that good? Yeah, you can just blend up cashews with some bananas and lemon, and you have a cashew cream, delicious, like a cream. That really, the cashews will dissolve into a cream. They didn't know that with the blender. So I think many people, and they're not backwards also, they are young people in Berlin, in Germany, the big city here, regular people with children, and they know everything what we know. Most of the people know, and they didn't know that with the nuts. So it seems to be a big news for them, and they will try that now. Yeah, I do it's very simple, you know. Cashews, a cup of cashews and 3 bananas, small bananas. A little bit more than a cup. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how much you take. Yeah, you can have more or less bananas. Yeah, or you can even skip the bananas. You just want to have a cashew cream by itself. It's you could even do that. I prefer some bananas. Yeah, to make it a little bit fuller and more creamier. And I put a half lemon. That's a large lemon. I take a half to give the lemon gives the banana a special flavor. It adds to the banana flavor. It opens it up, I would say. Banana is a complex flavor. It's not just sweet, as we may believe. No, it has a lot of complex flavor. Bitter, for example, is in banana too. And there's also a vanilla kind of flavor in banana. And all these open up if we put lemon into it. And it also helps with the banana and the lemon to put dates into there. That also adds to the banana flavor, to the sweetness. I have 5 dates here, small dates, or medium dates. And that is the queen of spices here, vanilla. Yeah, some vanilla here, just a teaspoon, a half teaspoon or so. And that, to me, that is one of the ultimate seasonings at all. It really is a seasoning. Goes with so many things, and it's very expensive, but so I don't use it that much. But it opens the senses. That makes it so precious. And how they produce it, they have large, I guess, kind of orchids, and they have these pods. Yeah, that is close to the blossoms, not the same, but there's these long pods, and these pods have to be, you know, they have to be cured for a month. Yeah, they harvest them in a certain stage. then they put them into a warm bed, you know, in a warm country with lots of humidity, and then it takes months to ferment, and it's really a very tough thing and very expensive what they do to them. But it opens the senses in a way no other seasoning can do that. It's very nice, and for sweets, for example, it's perfect. And I put them into my cashew creams today because I have these wonderful, precious strawberries and blackberries. They are very precious to me, and I guess it's nice to have it with a little vanilla. Yeah, it's not every day, but today, yeah. And water a little bit. I just begin with a half a cup, and to blend it, and then I see what happens to the cream. Maybe I need some more water. Let's see, blender then. I always do 2 blendings, yeah, with nuts and dates. So the first is now to break it down. Now I taste it, and then I do the second blending to give it the perfect creaminess and flavor. Let's see. Wow. I don't need to add anything, I guess, but I'll see to that in a moment. That can soak now. I show you in a moment. It can soak a little bit. Thickens up a little bit, and then I maybe add some more water, blend it again, and then I pour all my strawberries. I'll show you strawberries again. Yeah. Then I put them now into my bowl, and I just do the strawberries today. Strawberries with cream, heavenly, right? So easy. Yeah. It's also what I told my friends, the neighbors in the garden. So strawberries, go back to my cream, one more blending. Could even be a little bit warm. Wouldn't be wrong. Yeah. The berries, they love it also warm. Have you eaten a berry from the bush outside the garden when the sun is shining on that? You take that berry and put it in your mouth. It's still warm from the sun. Isn't that wonderful? That's why sometimes when it's warm a little bit, the dressing from blending, it doesn't really matter. It's even nicer sometimes. So sometimes blend a little bit longer to have that warming effect. Because the flavors, they open up. Yeah. And ice cream, the opposite. The flavors are closing in. But the ice cream has other advantages, of course. But you can also put something warm, a warm sauce on an ice cream. Oh, that's heavenly. But yeah, summer is coming back, and we will have all these recipes in summer, of course. Now, let's see the cream. Is it a little bit too thick? Maybe it's a little bit too thick. Let's taste it. No, not too thick. Cream can be thick, no problem. Here are my strawberries. Here's the cream. See? Ooh. I love cashew cream. And it makes also, it gives you a lot more, a little bit more fat to the berries, so it is more keeping. If I only eat fruit for breakfast, I have to eat a lot more, and I have to eat a lot sooner again. So that is, if you like to eat oftentimes, then you can only eat fruit, but you have to eat often, more often. But with nuts and seeds in a breakfast, it holds a little bit, it keeps a little bit longer before I have to eat again. And then you can also make wonderful, delicious recipes with these creams. So there are many things you win when you put nuts into it. But there's something, some people say they only want fruit because it's lighter. They have a point. Yeah, sometimes I only eat fruit, nothing else, because it is lighter. Sometimes I feel like just eating light. Yeah, fruit is of course the best for that. Yeah, very light and yeah, but nuts make it heavier. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So sometimes I like it light, sometimes I don't mind. So now I put my berries into the glass. This is beautiful. And now the strawberries, when they sit for some time in this cashew cream, vanilla, what happens is that they release a little bit of strawberry juice, and then you have this beautiful red streaks in this like this here. You already begin to see that. Yeah, when you hear these red dots come out, and they get a little bit bigger because of the juice comes out. It takes some time. You can also let that sit here for a while, yeah, before you put it in the glass, and then more red juice comes out of the strawberries. It's a beautiful effect. Yeah, you can play with this. Yeah, I like that very a lot. Yeah, but for now, I just show you my glass, how I serve it to myself with this beautiful blackberry topping. Yeah, I'm so thrilled. As soon as the berries come back, I begin to smile. Isn't that here? Isn't that a nice breakfast? It's so easy, yeah? Berries make it so easy to have a wonderful meal. We are so lucky when we can afford that in the big cities and so in the Western countries, the rich countries, so to say, that we have all the opportunities. Some disadvantage, of course, we have also bad nature in the cities. They're working on that, I hope. Yeah, many in Germany are just, there are so many documentaries now how the cities and part of the cities have been abandoned by civilization, so to say, and nature comes back in the middle of the cities. After the wall came down in Berlin, you know, the wall to the east, the Iron Curtain, and so they call it. And so many things have changed since then, and now nature has taken back into some of these places, and they even watch that with scientific research and have scientists there and natural sociologists or so. It's amazing what nature does, and in the city, in the middle of the city, we have these beautiful biotopes and habitats full of nature again. And this comes more and more. I guess that is the future of our cities. Is much more natural than we used to have that in the 80s and so on, the last century. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. But right now, still there are a lot of bad pollution in the cities. I hope we can finish that for soon, and then we maybe see some better time on this planet. Yeah, for the animals and for ourselves. I hope to see you soon. Thanks. By the way, if you like my video, like it, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.